me another quickie because I'm coming down with something. Excuse me. I got some funk going on in the back of my throat, some sinus drainage crap, and my throat's kind of starting to hurt. So we're gonna do a quickie. The State of the Union was last night. I don't care. I don't know who does care. The Democrats didn't clap for anything. They cheered for nothing. They are terrible people. They're evil, and I don't care. I know they're evil. I know they're garbage. I don't care. I care about the Epstein files. I care about gas prices. I care about housing. None of that was addressed. I mean, there was the typical Trump bloviation, bloating, gloating, full of bullshit nonsense that he normally does, which is fine. I actually find that rather entertaining. It's the best economy we've ever had. Actually, some people say there's never been a better economy. I say you're right. There hasn't. Trump brought the best economy, and that kind of thing. And I expected that much. I didn't watch the whole thing. I'll be honest. I watched some clips, and I kind of got the gist. And I really don't care because there were no clips of Trump going, "We're arresting everybody on the client list. Everybody on the Epstein list is going to jail, including myself. I'm going to sacrifice myself to the wood chipper. I'm willing to do it. Nobody else is willing to do it. Everyone else who's ever talked to Epstein is getting arrested by force." I would have been ecstatic. I would have been like thrilled. But like, yeah, I didn't see that clip. So yeah, I saw a whole lot of they're crazy people. The people on the left are insane. The Somali pirates thing was kind of funny. I'm just irritated with it all. And I'm just at a point where I don't care. I just want to see accountability somewhere. And if we don't see accountability, I'm not surprised. We haven't seen accountability in a long time. I'll be honest. I'm over this whole we need accountability because there is no accountability. If you're rich, you do whatever the hell you want. That's just how it works in this country. That is how America in 2026 works. You can be rich and do whatever. So I guess the solution is just get rich. I mean, you're not gonna. You can literally be a billionaire elitist pedophile, but you're rich, so it's okay. I guess. For YouTube, this is in Minecraft. Don't demonetize another one of my videos and not tell me what I did. That's bullshit. Not that I'm making money on YouTube, but like you demonetized my video and didn't tell me what I did. It's unfair. Regardless, though, I find it irritating that you and I are, getting hassled about fucking taxes and these billionaires who don't pay taxes, by the way. They have a guy for that. They have a guy that gets them out of paying taxes. These billionaires are just living it up and they're banging little kids. And I saw a story about Leonardo DiCaprio eating people to the point where someone was like, "Dude, you need to stop eating people. I think you're a fucking cannibal." And he was just like, "Yeah, but I can get away with it. So I'm going to keep doing it." And honestly, I think that's what a lot of it is I can get away with it, so I'm going to keep doing it, has become a way of life for a lot of these people. I need to sew that back up. I didn't realize I was getting that bad. I need to sew. I really think I can do it, so I'm going to keep doing it, has been a way of life for these people for a long time. And I think that they don't care that they're doing abhorrent things. Abhorrible? Is that a word? I think I just combined deplorable and abhorrent. Whatever, we're gonna run with it. Put me in the basket of abhorribles. Um, and I still think that Trump is a better choice than Clinton. I still think that Trump is a better choice than Kamala was. I still think Trump is a better choice than Biden. I don't regret voting for Trump. I'm just frustrated. It's kind of like arguing with your wife. You're mad at your wife because she brought home a stray, and you were like, no, I don't want a dog, and now you have a dog. You're not going to get divorced over the dog. You're just upset because, like, no, we don't need a stray, and you brought this dog home, and now we have a dog. It's that kind of thing. It's like, I'm mad at you because I wanted you to do a thing and you didn't do the thing. Or I didn't want you to do a thing and you did something else. Like, I wanted you to put out the Epstein files and I wanted you to arrest everybody involved. And you're like, nah, it's good, fam. Trust me. And I'm like, yeah, dog, but I kind of don't trust you because you haven't given me a reason to trust you. And then you give this State of the Union where you bloviate for an hour and 45 minutes or whatever it was about how great you are and how great you've done. And honestly, I haven't seen a whole lot get done. I mean, we've seen some good things. Fucking the deportations have been a net positive. There's been a handful of examples that went real south in Minneapolis. However, the rest of the country has been a smashing success. You're not seeing a whole lot of this anywhere except Minneapolis. And they pulled back on Minneapolis because I think they realized we're going to lose the PR war before we can actually get these people out of here. So we need to pull back on Minneapolis and we can start focusing on other states, other cities, and just let Minneapolis go for right now, at least until after the midterms, and then just really hammer down because who cares? As long as the midterms get one. But it's just a bunch of elitist bullshit, as far as I see it, because we have these, we have the deportations, and then some elitist says I can use this against the current administration. And so they put out this, oh, it's the same as the Gestapo. Oh, it's just like Hitler. And it's the same playlist time and time again. It's the same playlist over and over and over again. We keep hearing it. It's Hitler. It's Nazis. It's this. It's that. Blah, 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 blah. Mustache man, bad. We get it. We get it. Mustache man, no bueno. Now, for those of you that don't speak Mexican, that is Español for no good. Now, I'm no French expert, but I would probably say that even people in France get the gist that no bueno means Hitler bad. Well, no bueno doesn't mean Hitler bad. No bueno just means no good. But, Hitler, no bueno. Okay? And the Trump administration has not been Hitler. I want Trump to be the Trump that the left wing media says he is some days, because they're like, oh, he's a fascist and he's banning trans people from existing, and I'm like, that would be kind of funny. How do you enforce that? How do you enforce it? Especially if you're trans and gender is fluid, because then you can just be like, oh, actually, I'm a she/her, and I have the genitals to match. So I'm a she/her right now. And then afterwards, you just go back to being a they/them or whatever the fuck you are. And it's like it never happened. Like it would be hilarious to see Trump try to enforce a ban on trans people. It would be the funniest shit ever, because how do you prove that you're trans? You just change your mind. I digress. I've been seeing a lot about this State of the Union, and I'll probably watch it in the next couple days. There won't be a video tomorrow, so that's what it is. I have work obligations that are just, it's not gonna math out, so sucks, I guess. Sorry. So it probably won't be tomorrow, but maybe, I don't know, maybe Sunday night, Monday's video will be a more deep dive. But I mean, there's so many people that have done a deep dive on it at this point. I don't really care what gets said. I don't care what anyone has to say at this point. I'm just over it all. I don't give a shit. I don't care if Trump's a pedo and Biden's a fucking creepy old bastard that sniffs kids. I don't care. Just string them all up. I don't give a shit. Like, they're all guilty of something. They've all sold their soul. And here's the thing that really irks me. And I saw a comedian or whatever making this point. And this guy said, They tried to get Trump for everything under the sun. Do you think that if they had proof that Trump was a pedo, if he had been doing pedo shit on Epstein Island, do you think that they would have that wouldn't have gotten leaked somehow, somewhere, and it wouldn't have been used to stop Trump or arrest Trump? I mean, they tried to arrest him for like tax fraud or some shit, or fucking not tax fraud. They tried to arrest him for overvaluing a property. It's like, my guy, that's not even illegal. But they tried to charge him for it. I don't know. I'm just real frustrated with it all, and I don't really give a shit about the State of the Union because the State of the Union is as follows: we're letting the pedos do whatever they want. There's billionaire pedos, and they get to do whatever they want. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. As George Carlin famously said, it's a big fucking club, and you and I are not in it. And I've never heard truer words, I'll be honest. I've never heard anyone say anything quite as truthful. We get walked all over. We pay all the taxes. Poor people don't pay taxes. Rich people don't pay taxes. You know who pays taxes? The chumps in the middle. You and me. You take some homeless bum in California. You think that dude's paid taxes? No. That dude doesn't file his tax. What's he fucking collecting all those fucking coins in a jar and fucking keeping track of what he... No, he's taking his fucking $3 down to the liquor store and he's buying the cheapest 40 he can get his hands on. He's partying. And then he's crashing out fucking in the gutter for the next 2 days until he can afford to do it again. He's not, those aren't business transactions. He's not filing income. He's just fucking crashing out and getting hammered. And honestly, some days I think about joining him. I've considered driving to California and just finding a spot and just being like, all right, I'm a hobo here now. Let's get hammered on Mad Dog. Mad Dog's probably too expensive to get hammered on when you're homeless. I don't know. You get my point. I digress. I've just kind of considered like, well, I can't be insanely rich and I don't like paying taxes. I can be insanely poor and not have to pay taxes. And I mean, worst case, I get caught not paying taxes and I go to jail. But if I'm homeless, that's like a benefit almost. It's like now I don't have to worry about winter. That's actually a thing that happens in like the Midwest because we have pretty intense winters. There's a lot of homeless people that will just get arrested on like some misdemeanor nonsense that'll get them 3 months. And they'll just get arrested right when it starts to get cold. And then they'll get 3 to 6 months and they don't have to worry about surviving in the winter. It's kind of sad, but it kind of makes sense. I mean, it's using your thinker right there. I don't know. I'm just tired of these pedo dink elites sitting there telling us that we're the problem. And it's like, no, we're not raping little kids. That's a you thing. We're also not eating people. Unless you live in Appalachia, 60-40 you might be. But I mean, that's a whole different thing. I feel bad getting into that because I might be talking about me. You never know. I mean, might have partaken in a lost hiker or two. Nah, I live in the foothills. People don't get lost out here. And if they do, they get found pretty quick. It's real hard to get lost around here. But I digress. I'm just irked with everything, and I don't care about the State of the Union. But I felt obligated to say that I don't care because I didn't want some nerd to be like, "Oh, I can't wait to see what his opinion on the State of the Union is." My opinion is it's all fake and it's all bullshit, and it's a big group, it's a big club, and you ain't in it. That's my opinion on it. I don't know. That's all I got. I really don't got much else in me. My throat's starting to hurt, so I'm out, y'all. I'll see y'all next week, I guess. End it there. I don't know. I'll see y'all in the next